Today I'm going to be replacing the front wheel bearings on a full-size Chevrolet truck. The wheel bearings that are on it right now have been on there for about 5 years and 50,000 miles, and they are failing. As I'm driving down the road, I'm hearing a hum sound that gets louder as speed changes. It's probably about loudest at 55 miles an hour. Almost sounds like a truck with big knobby mud tires on it. But this just has all-terrains and they're normally pretty quiet. And what I've done to determine that the wheel bearings are bad, when the tire was still on the truck, I tried to rotate it up and down, and I had just a little tiny bit of play, but there shouldn't be any play at all. First thing we need to do is remove this little dust cover. Going to remove this hub nut. This is a 36 millimeter, which is a giant socket, so before you start this job, make sure that you have one of those. I recommend using an impact. Makes it a lot easier. If you don't have an impact, you're going to need a really large breaker bar, and you'll probably need something to wedge across this to keep it from turning. It's real difficult. Just get an impact. I'm going to need to turn my impact up. I'm taking a large C-clamp and I'm going to compress these brake pads in a little bit. That way it's easier to get this caliper on and off. And that should be good enough. Doesn't have to go all the way in as if we're doing a brake job or anything like that. Okay, we're going to take the brake caliper off. At the top here, not this one, but the one right behind it, is a bolt that goes through to the whole brake caliper assembly. We're going to want that one off. And then down here at the bottom, same place, that one as well. I'm going to use a breaker bar to get these loose. Wow, they're on tight. Trying to get the top one off now with an impact. Alright, that got it loose. A little bit of heat. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the top one. Okay. There we go. Got it just hanging there from the bungee cord. Take off the disc. See if you can hear this. Listen in here. Can you hear the bearings where they're bad? Almost sounds like there's dirt in them. Need to unplug the wheel speed sensor. So I'm going to follow this wire up. And it's right up here. There's a plastic clip that's mounting the connector to the frame. You got to pop it out first before you can pull it on out of there. So there we go. The new one should plug in right there. Looks like I've also got a couple of wire ties here that I need to just take some scissors to. Just cut these. Now it's time to actually remove the hub. There are 4 bolts on the back of it that hold it in. I'm going to break those 4 loose and then remove them. Hold on. I'm just going to hit it with a mallet. And there we go. 2 screwdrivers. Try to walk this thing off evenly. And it's off. I replaced these wheel bearings, like I said, 5 years ago with some really nice Timken wheel bearings. They're supposed to be the best on the market, and I'm a little disappointed that they failed already. What I've done is I've bought some cheap wheel bearings this time. These are TRQ, trusted, reliable quality. I've never heard of them before, and I was able to buy 2 of these for $96, where one Timken was going to be about $160, $170. I contacted Timken to warranty out these, and they said they're not warranted. I thought they had a lifetime warranty, but apparently that's not true. These have a 10-year warranty, these cheap ones, so I figured let's give them a try. What I'll do is when this video, whenever these fail, I'll put a comment on this video so that you know, did these cheap ones last a year? Did they last 2 months? Or have they not failed yet? So whenever, check the comment section, and if you see a comment from me that says that these cheap wheel bearings failed, we'll kind of use that as a test to see how good they are. With the wheel bearing out, you're going to want to replace this O-ring that sits inside the steering knuckle. Just take like a pick or a screwdriver or something like that and pull it out and put a new one in. It's also a good idea to clean up any rust that's sitting in there and to lubricate these splines with some grease. So this is going to go onto the hub with the wheel sensor facing up, wheel speed sensor. And the dust shield, oh, I guess you can't see this, but the dust shield faces forward like that. So, going back down to this, I'm gonna put this on like so. Do this. Alright, so I'm pushing that in, bringing this through. And then getting those threads started. Now before we get this tightened up too much, we have to run this wheel sensor wire. It goes kind of behind the dust shield. And then there's a little groove right there that it sits in. And then we'll bring it on up from there. But the main thing is just to get it in that groove before we tighten this wheel bearing on, this hub on. So now I'm going to just kind of tighten it up evenly all the way around. Once you've got them snugged up, take a torque wrench and torque these to 133 foot-pounds. Now we can put the brake disc back on. Okay, lift them into place, take the bolt, just get them started. Now I'm going to torque these to 130 foot-pounds. Hub washer and hub nut. I'm going to set my impact to a lower setting put this on with that, and then I'll go back and torque it. My torque wrench. Start at the top, work my way down. These can scoot along the wire so you can line them up where they need to be. It's kind of nice. You just want to make sure they have play so that as you turn the wheel, they can turn with it.
I didn't do a good job recording this, so if you are wondering how to route your wire, go to the other side of your truck and just do it the same way you see there.
I'm going to plug this in. Just kind of try to get it started in there and then tap it on. There we go.
I love seeing people learn how to perform their own automotive repairs, and I'm glad my video is able to help you do this. If you haven't already, please tap that subscribe button.